In September, East Texas families were given an opportunity to apply for the Salvation Army's Angel Tree in Tyler. Now that wait is over.
Yeah, just in time for Christmas, they picked up gifts donated by you, the generous people of East Texas. KLTV7's April Peardant was there.
For this holiday season,
every child has something, that's for sure.
The Angel Tree Children of Tyler will have a gift to open.
It's a blessing to be able to see how much Tyler gives for their community.
With over 2,000 Angel Trees, Salvation Army was able to help 557 families this year.
Thank you. Y'all have a blessed one. Merry Christmas to y'all too.
Including Angel Watts' family.
I'm a grandmother and my daughter, she was incarcerated and I took her babies, and I'm here being very, very grateful that I get to get gifts for all four of my grandkids.
From toys to clothes, every cardboard box with a number
46
represents a family, and on every plastic bag, a child's name was written.
It's a blessing. Just grateful, and I'm excited for the kids and just everybody.
Including all the volunteers who helped each family member during the process of receiving the gifts for their children.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Y'all have a blessed day.
As each vehicle pulled over at Salvation Army, the gifts were ready to be handed, including bigger gifts with wheels.
For every car we sell in October, November, and December, we donate a bicycle in the customer's name to the Salvation Army Angel Tree.
A total of 736 bikes were donated.
Any kid wants to have a good Christmas. I think the kids would just be ecstatic, when they walk down and they see what their parents have been able to do for them for Christmas.
Including the grandkids of Angel Watts. April Peardant, KLTV 7 News.
Every child from the Angel Tree received a gift donation this year. And by the way, those interviews, they said 2023 just in that top right corner, but they were filmed today.
Yes, present day video.
Exactly, yeah. We love some good news.